It is am I audible? Is this functioning? Is the microphone functioning? It is the 17th of March of 2016, St. Patrick's Day, on the Catholic liturgical calendar. First of all, I express my expression of empathy for victims of nominal government violence in past instances, which is all at the root core of the problem is that it's unnecessary to identify the causes. It's Jewish supremacism and the fact that the vast majority of human beings are not considered to be human beings. That's the ultimate. Okay, let me move on here. So these nominal government entities, the whole situation is so far away from what the Magna Carta and every legitimate development of the Magna Carta, which is 1215 AD, 1215 AD, that is the core problem. And I move on here because while I empathize with the victims, I also have to condemn any type of activity, any use of language that's incompatible with the Ten Commandments to protect my own claim to eventual deliverance from all evils, which is my agenda. I also recognize that my expressing support for Mr. Foreman may raise questions in people's minds as to what my actual agenda is and my position, and I have to be vetted like everyone else continually. If anyone seeks information in that regard, I'll be happy to provide that within the next year. Ms. Lightfoot, you received a number of questions from me through the Sergeant-at-Arms in the last meeting. Could you provide me some explanation to the public and posterity as to what the answer to those questions are, and or what your position is in regard to the availability of the chief policymaker under Monell versus Department of Social Services of the City of New York, which is the person who's in the superintendent's seat, accessibility so that the public can prove Monell claims and also prove in a given instance violations of 18 U.S.C. 242, which I'm sure you're familiar with, is a specific intent crime. So it's necessary to prove state of mind of the superintendent and or any other individuals who are responsible in order to vindicate the public's interest to get legitimate prosecutions and convictions for violations of 18 U.S.C. 242. So is there going to be answers to those questions? Is that going to be provided? And the other question is, in what theater is it your understanding, and what authorities would you cite in which the City of Chicago is making the chief policy maker available to members of the public in regard to constitutional deprivation, because juries are being led to believe, civil juries, we haven't got to the point of the restoration.
Or your time is over.
Am I going to get any answers to the questions?
I'm not familiar with the specific questions that you're doing.
I gave them the Sergeant-at-Arms last week.
I will look into it and get back to you as quickly as I can. The next speaker is Mr. John Catalano.